What's up?
Happy Monday. Woo woo.
What's happening? I can't turn my notifications off for some reason. What's going on?
How you guys doing today?
I hope y'all set y'all clocks back. Like, if you didn't figure it out by now, you must have had a good weekend. But it is 12 o'clock on Monday out here in Florida. What's up, everybody? What's happening? What's going on with all of you?
That whole time change thing worked in my favor because this morning my alarm was set for 6 and I woke up at 5:45, ready to go. It's good.
I woke up thinking I was late to the party because the sun was already blazing. I'm like, whoa, what time is it? And I'm like, oh, it's only 6:30.
Kind of messes with your head a little, right?
It does. It does. We are such routine. I don't know about you guys. Are y'all routine people? Like, we are definitely routine people. Unless we have like a long night, we even wake up on the weekends at the same time. We don't sleep in. So we're just, that's the way it kind of goes. What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? The workshop was this past weekend.
Hopefully y'all took advantage of it. It was incredible, incredible. You guys, as I was watching it, I'm thinking to myself, who can I put this in front of? I have people who aren't even in the business yet that I'm like, maybe this would give them the push they need. It was absolutely incredible. So if you did not see it, go back and watch it. There's so much value there. And if you did, good for you. Hopefully you did what I know quite a few of you did in having groups gather together. I saw it was cool in Canada. They had like a buffet of food set up.
The Canada team knows how to do the meetings. We could all learn from the Canada team. They did meetings. I know some did potluck where the meeting started at 7 p.m. Some did stuff earlier in the day. If you guys want to learn how to do meetings, you might want to call some of the leaders out in Canada because they do it right.
Well, the cool thing is when you make the environment fun and inviting, more people will support that, right? And so it looks like they know what's up with that. And we saw some other pictures too. They weren't the only ones, but hopefully if you didn't do that, we'll do it next time. Take advantage.
Shannon's on here. Shannon, I don't think Sarah said the name, but we all know who Sarah was talking about from the girl who wasn't even going to tell Sarah false about the business. So
see, if you didn't see the training, now you got to see it because you don't know what he's talking about.
Yep. And Shannon's like really happy Sarah wanted to know about the business.
For
so
sure.
What's up, everybody? I'm glad you guys guilty. What's up, Jeff? What's happening, my man? What's up? What's up? I saw Mandy's on here. I think I saw some of our Spanish team jump on. There's Shayla. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? What's going on? What's happening,
Amiga.
guys? I see my boys on there too.
Oh, you said Shayla. Okay, sorry. Look
Thank
at me
you.
acting like I have any business giving
Come on,
counsel.
Give us some more Spanish.
I have no business counseling. Sorry. I overstepped my bounds.
We're trying to learn Spanish because, well, we have a great Spanish team and we live in Florida where there's always Spanish speakers. And so we even have apps downloaded on our phone. That is not why you guys are here. That workshop, guys, I was sitting back listening to Tim and Sarah. It was fantastic information. Just real, just sitting back and being real, very authentic. I hope your new people enjoyed the transparency of that conversation, as well as Tori's binder. I know a little bit of that got cut off. It since has been posted on our Team True Blue Facebook group here. So thank all of you guys for being a part of that. I look forward to December, what we're going to do there. I know we're going to be incorporating some hair care strategies into that virtual workshop, just a touch. Just remember that the virtual workshops are geared towards our new distributors. The very first things that they need to know as they come out of the gates and getting up to that foundational rank of Pro 3. That doesn't mean if you're already a Pro 3 or higher that you shouldn't be in those workshops participating, because you want to know what we're doing as an organization for our newest members. And it continues to improve, enhance.
And I would add to that, you know, the more versed you are, then the better equipped you are when you enroll somebody. You don't have to give any thought to it. If you've been programming yourself, you just go ahead and you say, here's what you do next. And it makes it very duplicable and easy to follow. And it's the same thing with, you know, attending elite academies. A lot of times, if you've been to enough of them, you're like, look, I'm not going to go and learn something I didn't already know. But the reality is every time you do it, your belief gets higher. And again, your skill set is refined. So this, obviously, I've been with LifeVantage for over 8 years, and I benefited from the training that occurred this weekend. So just know that you can always learn something, and you're always setting an example. Your team's always watching.
So we post everything on our YouTube channel. If you don't have the link or you didn't see it, it's already been posted here in the Facebook group, but you can also catch it on our Team True Blue YouTube channel. Just subscribe to that channel. A little secret, right? If you're subscribed to the channel, we upload those virtual trainings on Friday before the Saturday event. So if you're subscribed, you'll have the link immediately. You'll get the link whenever the elites get the link, because that's where we upload it to. So as well as a lot of other stuff that we're doing on our YouTube channel. It's a good outlet for information. So let's jump into some stuff. What's up, Cole Elam? What's going on, my man? Core value number 6, guys. Number 6 of total of 7 is our team, our company, own it. Now, let me tell you where this thing kind of started. Originally, that core value was protect mama, or take care of mama. You guys know that for a long time, we've got a philosophy that we want to protect LifeVantage. We call LifeVantage mama, because LifeVantage has taken care of us. LifeVantage continues to provide for us. And as we've heard many times, the great thing is it's a people business. The bad thing is it's a people business. And so people will come and go into the company. And the people sometimes that come, that go, sometimes they're only here for a short period of time. And so I've wanted to give you guys, as we go through these core values, I wanted to give you some insight to why they're a part of our core values. So we ended up not saying protect mama. We ended up saying our company, our team, own it, right? And so why is that? Well, first of all, our plan in putting that core value there was that we can emphasize to everybody that's a part of this team that we want to provide a paycheck. If you're here as a distributor, you're here to earn money. Maybe you're only here to earn enough money to get your product for free, which is fantastic. That is fantastic. What a great way to improve your health and do it free, right? Some of you are here for more than that. Some of you are here to pay off some debt. Some of you are here to maybe bring a spouse home. Whatever it is, what you want after investing your time here and your time building a team is you want that check to keep coming month after month after month after month, right? I do. That's what I want. And that's why we put that core value in there. Is Team True Blue, LifeVantage isn't about one person, right? It's not about Darren Jensen, right? Darren Jensen is an amazing, amazing individual. But this company is not about Darren Jensen. And Team True Blue is absolutely not about Lynette and I. We're a part of it, but it's not about us. It's obviously only possible with a lot of people involved, right? And so what we want you guys to do is to understand that all of us play a role in protecting this company and the team. Unity is everything in our company and our business. And so if you see some things happening that aren't upbuilding, that aren't encouraging, if you're a part of a conversation where someone's tearing down the company or tearing down the team, we want you to step up and own it. We want you to own that conversation. We want you to step up and say, wait a second, right? And take control of that conversation, because if you're not willing to take control, if you're not willing to own this thing, the cancer can start to spread. And so in every case, there's been many things that have happened in this company where someone had to step up and own it and put an end to what could be potentially some issues with whatever's being spread, right? So unity is huge. It's something that doesn't exist in the world very much. You know, sometimes when someone starts a conversation that might be their own agenda, and they're voicing their agenda to a group of people, far too often that agenda is not challenged. Far too often people just succumb to peer pressure and allow someone to just negatively influence groups of people. And Lynette and I took on a responsibility years ago that we were going to protect this company. We were going to do everything we could to protect this company because it's done such amazing things for us. It's changed our life. It's changed the life of many people that we have brought into the business. And we were at all costs going to protect this company because it's done so much for us. And that's why that core value is in there. That core value is there because without it, there is no team, and eventually there is no company. We need unity more than ever, and people sticking together, working together, taking ownership responsibility in that, you know, I feel when someone says something negative about LifeVantage, no matter what it is, I take it personal. I don't know how you guys take it, but if someone complains about customer service, if someone complains about shipment, if someone complains about the comp plan, I take that personal because I feel like we've been such a part of everything that's been developed. And Lynette and I want you guys to feel the same way about the company, but we also want you guys to feel the same way about this team. We want this team to be very much about you and what you want this team to look like, because I want every one of you guys to know that every one of you matter and every one of you do have a say and do have control over what this team looks like today, tomorrow, and in the future. And so if you feel like you want the thing to go in a certain direction that maybe it's not at now, own it. Own it. And if someone is doing something that you think is detrimental to the team or to the company, step up and own it. That's what we've all had to do.
Well, and so we all have a part, right? We all play a role in this. We talk a lot about the family, the LifeVantage family, and our team. When we have a new team member enroll, we're like, hey, welcome to the family. Well, think about in the family arrangement, how protective you are of each other. You know, even if you think something might be a little bit true that's being said, if it's negative, you're like, hey, don't be saying that. Well, we can have that same stance when it comes to our company and our family, our team, because we know that when you see a company thrive or a family thrive or a team thrive, it's because it's comprised of good people, right? It's because those people represent something good, their morals are good, their behavior is good, all of those things reflect on that unit. So we all have a part. And that's why it's a core value that we need to recognize and check ourselves on regularly, because if we can always improve, right? So maybe as you're going over these values, you go, you know what? I've done that, like guilty, right? And if that's the case, it's okay. That's the point in going over the core values. It's like, okay, so let's check ourselves because this is what we're trying to accomplish. It's for a big purpose, long-term lasting results, happiness, and ultimately that's going to make all of our lives personally and families happy. So that's the goal behind it all.
Yeah, we want this thing to be around not only for all of you, but we want this thing, the company, and this team to be around for many other people to benefit from this. And we're all in this together. And we need every one of you to be a part of owning and taking responsibility for the future of this team and the future of this company. Lynette and I have had our hands in a lot of things that the company has done, and we're grateful that they gave us the opportunity to help guide and be a part. And we want you guys to do the same with the company as you get in a position to do that, whether it's in the field advisory board or as elite distributors. But right now, you guys have the ability to be a part of that inside this team. So we would love to hear from you guys. Not maybe in a group thread like this, but if there's something on your mind that you're like, hey, you know how we could get better? This is how we could get better. Private message the elite distributors. Private message your support team. Private message Lynette and I and say, hey, this is what I've observed. This could make us better. We would love to have that conversation with you and be a listening ear, but you guys have to own it. Unity is enormous. There have been great companies that have come before that are no longer even in business because of lack of unity, lack of people working together, having agendas that kind of start and manifest bad stuff, right? So we hope that Lynette and I have got a large enough working body with our other team leaders. Like, we hope that the team leaders of this team, True Blue, and you know who all of them are, right? We hope that we've been around and done enough that you guys can look at the working body, because no one's perfect. But if you'll look at the working body of the last 9 years, we hope you guys are pretty proud of what you see. And you pretty much get exactly what you see with us, right? We don't hold back. We say kind of what we think should be said. And we want you guys to feel comfortable to do the same thing. Right? Be authentic, say what needs to be said, let's grow together. So that's what that core value is all about, and we hope that you guys understand it now, maybe on a deeper level, that if no one stands up, then we all fall, right? Everybody stands up and we'll grow together in this thing and just own it. So let's jump into those topics.
Yeah, you guys, we had asked before that you list some things that you'd like for us to kind of address on some of these calls. One thing that was listed was follow-ups, you guys. If you didn't watch the video that Tori posted right here on this page, part of it was on the training on Saturday. She did an incredible job talking about the follow-up. So if that was you that was asking for that, make sure that you get your hands on that. But another topic that we talked about is how to motivate the team each month was a request with goal setting and incentives. I'm skipping that one. So
I'm writing myself a note.
Okay. So how to motivate the team, you guys, it really boils down to inspiring. You can't coach them. You can't tell them what to do. You can't boss them, but you can inspire them. And you inspire them through your example, leading the way. So if you want to see some big things happen in the month of November, it starts with you, right? Figure out what you're looking to accomplish, what goals you want to accomplish, and then you go to your team and you say, listen, who wants to make some big things happen? I want to start a little accountability group. Who has goals for this month that wants to be a part of that group? And you guys, there's all different ways of going about doing that. Some people will set up groups in Messenger, and everybody kind of has an agenda for each day, and they check in each day. Do not put people in a setting they don't want to be in. Maybe someone on your team, this isn't the month for them. Maybe they're moving. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Whatever life is happening to them, don't assume that everybody wants to be a part of that goal strategy. Just make it available, and it starts with you. And then you can utilize different tools in making those strategies come to work. Put your plan in place as to what you would suggest for each day's goals. But also the other part of that question had to do with incentives, which is quite interesting because Brandon and I, we didn't have anybody in our upline like offer incentives to our team to do different things, but we did offer it to our team. We did go in there and say, hey, during the month of November, the first person to enroll 3 platinum packs, we're gonna give you this. We're gonna give you an incentive to go out and work harder and work faster and start the month off strong. Or the last 3 days of the month. Hey, whoever accomplishes whatever the goal is, this is what we're gonna offer. And we've done all kind of things. We've done airline tickets to events.
The best one ever was the Rockstar treatment. The best incentive we ever did is we gave people a limo, like at the Elite Academy, right? If you won the incentive, we picked you up in a limo. We took you back to the airport in a limo. There was something else involved in that. There was something else we did there. So different things motivate different parts of the organization.
And of course, it has to do too with what rank you're working towards. Obviously, if you're going to spend some money like that, maybe you're working towards higher ranks. Your check allows you to be able to do that a little bit more. But it doesn't have to be really big things. It can be all over the place. The point is, people want to win. They want to win. And when you give them something to run for, they will chase after it, especially if you're all working towards something big. So just know, it doesn't matter what size your group is. It doesn't matter what size your check is. If you give some thought and strategy, you can make big things happen. I will tell you that our experience is that incentives that last more than 3 to 5 days don't usually have as much success because people get sidetracked with things. But when it's very focused and kind of sprung on them, that's where we've seen the biggest results.
Your best results with incentives are going to be to start a month and end a month. So maybe like first person to put a customer in this month gets this, or first person to put a distributor in, or first person to $500 in new volume gets this, and have it be a race. Come out of the gates running. That's a great way. And also to close a month. Like the one we've always had the most success with is like the one we just did, Justin's Sweet Life. That was all about volume. Whoever puts the most volume in the last, I think it was a week, last 5 days or 6 days to close a month. All volume counts, right? And some little stipulations in there that you may want to create for behaviors. We wanted a distributor for Justin's Sweet Life. And that's a good example because not all incentives have to cost a lot of money. Like that incentive that we ran, Justin's Sweet Life, that was not an expensive incentive for us to run. So don't think that you're a Pro 3 and I've got no money so I can't do incentives. You've got uplines that your team would love to get some time with.
Well, yeah, we've even done where we've asked our upline to maybe get on a call and for a select group of people where they could have a Q&A session. And so there's lots of different ideas. And more than likely somebody, can give you strategies that you work closely with that's in your upline, but that's something that we found to be very beneficial.
Yeah, and when it comes to like when we had to run incentives, just to give some of you a little insight, the company was in a different place when we started. We were in full out momentum the first 2 years of the company. And so I don't think we ran incentives until we probably got to about Pro 7, Pro 8, but by Pro 9 for sure, because by Pro 9, we weren't rank advancing as fast. We rank advanced from Pro 7 to Pro 9 in 12 months. So it was really quick. So our uplines, they weren't doing it because everybody was rank advancing, which was an amazing thing that was happening when you were in momentum. And that's what we're trying to create again for all of you, is a thing where the company has got this momentum rolling. And it starts though with you creating the momentum, and incentives and goal setting absolutely is essential to create momentum. Absolutely essential. So make sure your team knows what the plan is. One of the core values, right, guys? Paddles in the water. We talked about it last week. Paddles in the water. When you get a team of people paddling, then amazing things can happen. And that's with goals. That's what that's about. I'll spend just a little bit of time on the other one you guys asked us to address. And that is the difference between leading and managing. Leading a team and managing a team. And it's simple. We all have been guilty of managing. If you're a Pro 4 or higher, you're guilty at some point. I just know. No one that I know that's Pro 4 or higher is not guilty of managing versus leading at times, because managing is easier than leading. Managing allows you to kind of do the things you want to do. Leading, if you're leading, you're uncomfortable. If you're leading, you're doing things that no one else wants to do, right? And so the best way to lead an organization is to enroll people, period. I'm gonna tell you something really, really bold. If you haven't enrolled anyone in the last 90 days, if you've not enrolled a distributor or customers in the last 90 days, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I think you're managing your team. And you're setting a poor example for your organization. The best thing that you can do to lead a team is to go enroll some new distributors and help those new distributors get going. And then the rest of your team will see that and realize you're in motion, you're going. And so sometimes people are trying to inspire their team or motivate their team. And the best way you can motivate a team is to go show your team. Go show them. Go show them. Go enroll some new people. Get in the trenches. Go enroll a bunch of people. And it's funny, you know, we laugh at some of the things that have been said forever to nauseum. But one of the things that we heard at nauseum and we still hear is if you're stuck, if your business isn't where you want it to be, what should you do?
Enroll 5 more.
Say it louder.
Enroll 5 more.
Enroll 5 more. Okay, now.
Used to tick me off.
Oh, till nauseam. I'm like, come on, we just enrolled 5 more.
That's not the answer for everything. Yeah, it is.
It is. It is. It is, right? You're like, I enrolled 5 and they did nothing. I don't want to enroll another 5.
Enroll 5 more.
Enroll 5 more. Keep enrolling, guys. There is a science to driving an organization forward. You can call it managing, you can call it whatever you want. But at no point should you ever stop enrolling. We were guilty of it. And for actually a gap of a couple years where we barely were enrolling anybody, right? And it happened after Pro 10, honestly. Maybe it was the Pro 10 honeymoon, I don't know. But we've enrolled more people in the last 12 months than the previous 3 or 4 years combined, because we know that if we're actually going to lead this team, we need to know what's happening for the new people. You want to know what's going on with the comp plan? Enroll some new people. You want to know what's going on with customer service? Enroll some new people. The best way for us to provide for our team and this company as leaders is enroll new people and get dirty with them. Get your hands dirty and figure out what's really going on. So if you want to really manage a team, go enroll a new team. That's just the way it is, guys. Start enrolling. And every time an organization's growing, it's because the leader started enrolling in people again, putting you ID numbers. Customers are distributors. I mean, I prefer distributors because that helps your group multiply. But we know if you do it right, putting customers in can lead to them becoming distributors. So let me just share this as we close this thing out. The maps to Pro 3 and the maps to Pro 5. The map to Pro 3 that we went over, that PowerPoint in the workshop, is loaded up for your download at teamtrueblue.org under Tools. Go to Tools and you'll see the PowerPoint downloads for the map to Pro 3 and the map to Pro 5. Now, we have not gone over the map to Pro 5. I am going to schedule this week a leadership training for everybody that's Pro 3 or higher that wants to be a part of getting to Pro 5. If you're already Pro 5 or higher, I still suggest you're on that Zoom leadership training that we're going to do. But those 2 tools have already been loaded up to the website, ready for you to download and start using in your team. Start using the map to Pro 3 right away. We explained it in the workshop, so if you don't understand it, just go back and rewatch and rewatch and rewatch the workshop. I think that was only a 10 or 15 minute segment of the workshop. That's there and ready for you guys to go. Last thing. In an effort to grow and improve our social media strategy, the leaders of this team have been chatting for a while, And we are going to downsize the amount of Facebook groups that we're using in our social media strategy to 2. So sometime this week, we are going to archive, not delete, not kill, archive, so that we can push a button and turn it back on if we want in the future. But we are archiving the customer VIP page, and we're archiving the A Better Way page, okay? So those 2 Facebook groups we're gonna archive for now. That will leave 2 groups. That will leave Life Biohacked and Team True Blue, the groups that we're actually on right now, okay? So we have a simple approach there for you guys to take a look at. And there are gonna be some significant improvements to Life Biohacked very, very, very soon. So we have talked as leaders. We've strategized with some world-class social media leaders about what we're specifically doing in the group, and we're excited to roll this stuff out. So that's coming maybe as early as this week. So keep an eye on Life Biohacked. And we're really excited to simplify this thing for you so that we can, you know, I forget exactly how Tony Robbins says it, but it's basically the enemy of execution, right? Like the enemy of doing good is complicating things, right? Complexity. The enemy of execution is complexity. And the leaders felt that our social media strategy that we put in place, while we thought it was the best thing to do a year ago, and we pulled a bunch of information, right? We went in there and we put hours and hours. Your leaders put hours and hours into those groups. We now are sitting back and seeing how those groups are being used, and we feel as though we're gonna downsize it, make it a little bit more simple, so that you guys can execute at a higher level. So keep a lookout on that this week. So I think that's it, guys. You guys, you got anything else?
I got nothing.
Lunch? Got lunch? I'm hungry.
I got lunch.
Got lunch. You guys tag your teams in this. Give us some more insight in the comments of what topics you guys might want us to talk about. We didn't bring anybody on this week because we've had so much trouble doing the side-by-side stuff. So we'll have somebody soon, maybe next Monday with us. All right?
Next Monday, yes.
See you guys. Bye.